Welcome to the Alpha Nerd Podcast YouTube channel. I'm your main host, Kyle, coming to you today to give my own personal feelings towards the passing of a legendary voice actor, Kevin Conroy. As a kid who grew up in the 90s, we've all seen, anyone who's been born in that time or in the early 2000s have seen his work, have had some kind of interaction with his work. The one that I wanted to talk about most was his work on the 1992 Batman the Animated Series. That show as a whole, with his co-hosts of Bob Hastings, Mark Hamill, Diane Parrish, Brock Peters, and the rest of the crew, they're what brought the Batman mythos alive to me. They're the reason why I love Batman right now. They're the reason that I'm even really the nerd that I am now. Their love, dedication, and performance to that series, for me, is what brought the Batman universe alive. What set the tone for Batman for 2 years to come. I always appreciated the chemistry that him and Mark Hamill had as Batman and Joker. Now, even into this day and age, which is almost 30 years later after that show appeared, those two always tried to work together in anything and everything. To have the respect he has in the Batman and nerd community kind of shows what kind of man he was. He was always a man that always tried to show appreciation to his fans, because he always understood that at the end of the day, his fans are what got him his career. Without fans, your voice acting, your acting, you're nothing until you have fans. The people that love your work, that show the appreciation of your work. And Kevin never really, from what I've seen in any of his interviews and anything, never took any of that for granted. He loved his fans. It's going to be hard to replace. And, I'm a nobody shooting my mouth off on YouTube, but I wanted to throw something out there to show my appreciation for this man's legendary work, because I actually will never get to tell him to his face now. So, from the Alpha Nerd Podcast, rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. You are a legend.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman!